Hello students, I am Manoj Kundare, the Assistant Professor of Electronic Science. Welcome back to our e-learning platform. In previous video, we have seen the working of N-channel D-MOSFET and the other details of the MOSFETs. The link of the previous video is available in the description box. Please check it. Now, in this video, first of all, let's summarize our previous lecture. In previous lecture, we have seen the types of the MOSFET. There are mainly two types, depletion type and enhancement type MOSFET. Each depletion and enhancement type is further divided into two types, P channel and N channel MOSFET. Okay, the basic difference between the depletion type MOSFET and enhancement type MOSFET is that in depletion MOSFET there is a construction of physical channel is present on the structure, but in enhancement type MOSFET there is no construction of a physical channel is present on the structure. Okay, now these are the symbols of the MOSFET. This is the symbol of the N channel MOSFET, in which this is the symbol of enhancement type and this is the symbol of depletion type. Here the arrow determines the type of the symbol. That means if the arrow is inward to the gate, towards the gate, then it is the type of N channel, and if the arrow goes away from the gate, then it is the symbol of P channel. Okay, and the difference between enhancement mode and depletion mode is that here in depletion mode the drain and source are connected with the solid lines with each other. It represents that the physical construction or the channel is physically present, where in enhancement mode the drain and source are connected with the dotted lines with each other. This shows that there is the drain and source are not connected physically through the channel. Okay, I hope you all get the basic difference between the symbols of the MOSFET. The construction of the depletion type MOSFET is shown here. That here is the construction of the N channel MOSFET, in which we can see here that first of all a P type substrate is taken. The substrate is of lightly doped. On this lightly doped P-type substrate, two heavily doped N-type materials are deposited. These two heavily doped materials makes the terminals drain and source. Okay, then these drain and source are connected through a N-type material called as the channel. That means here the channel is physically constructed between the drain and source terminal. Above the substrate, a thin layer of SiO2 is placed. The holes are made to make the contact of the source and drain. Above this SiO2 layer, a aluminum layer is placed to constitute a gate terminal. This is the construction of N-channel MOSFET. Similarly, we can see the construction of P-channel MOSFET. Here the reverse process is done. That means here now take a lightly doped N-type substrate. On this N-type substrate deposit two heavily doped P-type materials. These two heavily doped P-type materials constitute the terminals D and S, that means drain and source. These terminals are connected, that means source and drain are connected through a P-type material. This P-type material is known as the channel. Okay, that means here also the channel is physically present or constructed between the drain and source terminal. Above the substrate, the thin layer of SiO2 layer is placed. The holes are made for the source and the drain terminal. Over the layer of SiO2, a aluminum layer is placed. The length of this layer is equal to the length of the channel. Here, I hope you get the difference. That is, the length of the channel is equal to the length of the aluminum layer. Okay. This aluminum layer is connected with the gate terminal. I hope you all get the construction of the N channel MOSFET and P channel D MOSFET. Okay. In previous video, we have also seen the working of N type depletion mode MOSFET. Okay, in that video we have seen that for the working of n-type D MOSFET, the gate terminal should be at the negative potential, whereas the drain terminal is also at the positive potential. Okay, now let us consider the first condition here, that VGS is absent, that means this source is absent. Then what happens, if the VGS is absent, then there is no potential or no any supply to the gate terminal. Hence the current flows from drain source to drain. That means the drain has the positive potential, and this positive potential attracts the holes from the n region, attracts the electrons from the n region. Okay, this is the direction of electron flow. I hope you all remember these things. Now let's consider the next case where a small negative potential is applied towards the gate terminal. If now the gate is having the negative potential, then this negative potential attracts holes from the substrate, and the electrons from this region are repelled or depleted in the substrate, due to which there is a decrease in the drain current. If we further increase the negative potential, then at a certain condition, at a certain time, what happens? All the electrons are depleted into the substrate, and the current ID becomes 0. This is the working of n-type D MOSFET. Now let's start our today's topic, enhancement MOSFET. Let's see the first of all construction of the enhancement MOSFET. First one is n-channel E MOSFET construction. A lightly doped p-type substrate contains two heavily doped n-type material, thus forming source and drain. That means here is lightly doped p-type substrate is taken, onto which two heavily doped n-type materials are deposited. These n-type materials constitute the drain terminal and the source terminal. A thin layer of SiO2 is deposited over the surface. Okay. A metal plate is also deposited between the source and drain terminal, which acts as the gate terminal for the device. This is the gate terminal. SiO2 is a type of insulator referred to as a dielectric, which generates an opposing electric field when subjected to an externally applied field. The physical channel is absent. That means the construction of enhancement type MOSFET is similar to the depletion type MOSFET. Only difference is that there is no physical channel is present. Okay, this is the main difference, is that in depletion type MOSFET there is a physical channel is present. That means here the physical channel is present, but in enhancement type MOSFET there is no physical channel is present. Okay, I hope you all understand the basic difference between the construction of depletion type MOSFET and enhancement type MOSFET. Similarly, we can see the construction of P channel E MOSFET, in which here also the physical construction of the channel is absent. Okay. Now let's see the working of N channel E MOSFET. When the gate to source voltage is made 0, EMOS does not conduct. Due to this reason, it is called as normally off MOSFET. That means when the drain to gate source voltage is 0, that means this voltage is 0, then there is no way for this electrons in the source to electrons in the drain to communicate or to pass from it. Okay, that means there is no current flows in this condition where gate has the zero potential. This condition is known as normally off MOSFET. Okay, when the positive gate voltage exceeds the threshold value, then the drain current starts to flow through the device. That means now consider the gate has the positive potential. When we apply a positive potential to the gate terminal, then some amount of drain current flows through the circuit. Consider a case when a positive drain to source voltage is applied and the gate terminal is at zero potential. In this case, p-type substrate and the two n regions have as two p-n junctions connected back to back, and the p substrate provides the resistance. Consider the case when the gate is made somewhat positive with respect to the source. That means now consider the gate terminal is positive with respect to source. The minority charge carriers of p-type substrate, that is electrons, get attracted by the positive potential of the gate. Here the gate has the positive potential, and in p-type substrate we know that holes are the majority charge carriers while the electrons are the minority charge carriers. Gate has the positive potential, hence it attracts the negative electrons towards the gate terminal. That means the electrons are gathered towards the gate terminal. Okay, and the positive holes are repelled by the positive terminal of the battery. These negative carriers accumulate or gather at the surface of the substrate just below the gate terminal. Here they gather. Okay. Any further increase in the VGS, that means if we increase the further positive potential of the gate, then it will cause more electrons to deposit under the gate. Thus, they accumulate the surface of the substrate itself. That means if we apply a more positive voltage towards the gate terminal, then the negative electrons or the minority electrons are attracted by this positive gate supply. And what happens here all the electrons are gathered and they forms a virtual channel. Okay, thus n channel is made between the source and drain by the accumulation of the minority charge carriers. This is the induced n channel due to the accumulation of the minority charge carriers in p type substrate. Okay, thus drain current id flows through the channel. The flow of drain current depends on the channel resistance, which in turn depends on the charge carriers attracted towards the positive gate terminal. So we can conclude that ID is controlled by the gate potential VGS. That means the current ID is totally depends on the position of the VGS. It is called as enhancement mode MOSFET as the channel conductivity is enhanced by the positive gate potential. I hope you all understand the working of this N channel E MOSFET. Let's see once again. Here is the gate has the positive potential and drain also has the positive potential. If consider the first case where gate has the zero potential or the 0 volt value, then what happens? Then if the gate has the 0 volt value, then there is no connection between source and drain. But if we increase the potential of the gate as we apply somewhat the positive potential towards the gate, then what happens here is p type substrate is taken, and we know that in p type material holes are the majority charge carriers whereas electrons are the minority charge carriers. Electrons are having negative charge on it. These negative electrons are attracted towards the gate through this positive potential. Hence, when we increase more positive voltage across the gate terminal, more electrons are gathered across this gate and they forms a virtual channel, or they make a virtual channel. Hence, what happens in this condition? In this condition, a channel is formed between this drain and source. Due to this channel, the current ID flows through the device. Okay, I hope now you all understand the working of N channel E MOSFET. Let's see the characteristics of the enhancement MOSFET N channel E MOSFET working. The characteristic curve shows various values of VGS for which variation in ID. A gate potential above the threshold value causes the drain current ID flow. Okay, the gate potential above the threshold value causes the drain current ID flow. So when VGS is less than VGST, that means VGS is having value less than VGST, then approximately zero drain current flows, and when VGS is greater than VGST, then the device turns on. The device turns on in this condition, that means VGS having value the positive. Okay, in this diagram we can see here that when VGS equal to 0, then there is no current flows. When VGS equal to plus 1 volt, some amount of current flows. As we increase the value of the VGS, that means VGS having here maximum value 4 volt, and in this case the maximum drain current flows through the device. Okay, this is the characteristics of the MOSFET is shown here. Here also the figure A shows the transfer characteristics and figure B shows the output characteristics. We know that the MOSFET is works on or works in the three regions named as cutoff region, saturation region and ohmic or linear region. Here is below VGS1, the region is cutoff region and its conditions are VGS less than VT. VT stands for the threshold voltage. That means below the threshold voltage, that means if the voltage from gate to source terminal is less than the threshold voltage, then the MOSFET is works on cutoff region, that means there is no current or ID equal to 0. The next condition is that saturation condition is that VGS greater than VT, that means the voltage from gate to source is greater than the threshold voltage, and VDS, that means voltage of drain to source, is less than VP, that means voltage of the pinch off region. This region is known as the saturation region, and the last one is ohmic region. In the ohmic region, the condition is that VGS should be greater than VT and VDS should be greater than VP. Then we get the ohmic or the linear region. I hope you all understand the characteristics of the N-channel E MOSFET. Similarly, we can see here the characteristics of P-channel E MOSFET. Okay, this is the transfer characteristics and this is the output characteristics of the P-channel E MOSFET. Okay, now let's see some advantages of the MOSFET. The main advantage of the MOSFET is that the operation speed of the MOSFET is higher than that of JFET. Input impedance is much higher as compared to the JFET. It can be easily used in case of higher current applications. These devices provide an easy manufacturing process. There are some disadvantages of the MOSFET, such as it is a delicate device and is easily destroyable. The second disadvantage is that excessive application of the gate to source voltage VGS may destroy the thin SiO2 layer. Okay, I hope you all now understand the working of N channel D MOSFET and N channel E MOSFET. Thank you.